We're joined by Audacy NFL insider Brian Baldinger, host of the Best Football Show podcast. Insider Call is brought to you by Nationwide. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side. Baldy, how you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing good, Spike. It's good to be with you guys, man. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, Baldy, I'm going to start with defense. So, Eagles, just as we've been talking about the offense all day, start with defense with you with the Eagles. So, the Eagles had a lot of trouble stopping the Cowboys in week 1, had a much better performance week 2 against the Chiefs. What did you see that they did differently and better in week 2 than they did in week 1?
Well, I mean, Zarius helped. You know, I thought they had better pressure on Mahomes than they did on Dak, number one. Number two, the Chiefs aren't an explosive offense. They don't have CeeDee Lamb. They don't have George Pickens. They don't have those players on that team. They've got one guy, Tyquan Thornton, that can shake loose, and he did. And they missed him once, wide open, and then they got him once. So it's just not an explosive offense. And I think that was a big part. And the running backs stink. So, they're not running the ball well. And so I think those are a couple of factors why they played better. But, maybe if Kelsey catches the ball at the goal line and Makuba doesn't take it back 40 yards, maybe it's a different story. But that was the same case with Dallas. Week 1, CD dropped 3 passes in the second half and, allowed the Eagles to win that game pretty, without, really getting into trouble. So, they're making the plays when the plays are there to be made. Makuba made a great play on the ball. His eyes were in the right place. He read Mahomes all the way. And when the ball got bobbled, he was right in the perfect position to take it away.
Yeah, I think I guess what we're trying to figure out, and it's only 2 games, hard to tell, is was there evolution? Zarius Smith looked great. Was there evolution otherwise that we can sort of hang our hat on?
Carter, get back.
Of course.
That made a big difference. And so the rotation was better. Jordan Davis didn't have to play as many plays, but he played very well for the second week in a row, which is really encouraging. Right now, Jomo played well up front. I mean, they couldn't run the ball. I mean, Mahomes, if Mahomes is the leading rusher, then, I mean, he's a great player. Not many guys can do what he does, but it's never a good sign when your quarterback is the leading rusher and you're trying to establish an offense right now. And that's where the Chiefs are at. So they shut down Kareem Hunt. They shut down Pacheco right there. And I wouldn't be surprised to see if they end up making a change at that position pretty soon.
I tell you, Baldy, it was nice to see, at least from my perspective, after playing 7 years for the late great Jim Johnson and what he did defensively. I thought Coach Fangio threw in some blitzes in that game with some extra guys bringing pressure on Patrick Mahomes. Is that something that we can get used to, or is this just something he saw with this Chiefs offense that he was just trying to take advantage of?
I think, I think it's a week-to-week thing. I saw the same thing. Sometimes you send those pressures just to heat a quarterback up, and to speed up the whole process and not let things, really challenge them. And so I think they've got great speed on defense, Ike. Jihad really makes a big difference with his speed, Makuba's speed. They got a lot of young guys that are good open field tacklers if they check it down against those blitzes, and they were really good in the open field with their tackling. I think they're a very fast defense right now. They flow fast. And so I think some of that is just, he's got some different young personnel right now. Let's send a couple of guys at him. Let's see what happens.
Good to see.
Brian Baldinger with us. Remember, Insider Call is brought to you by Nationwide. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side. So just ask this simply, Baldy. Why can't the Eagles pass the ball effectively right now?
Well, I would say, they're not taking chances. They took 4 deep shots last week, which is 3 more than they took the week before. They converted 1, which was the most important one, to Smitty at the end. But they did push it down the field a little bit more. They didn't have great success. But, both teams now are playing basically the Chiefs came after Jalen 4 times with max blitzes. I mean, they played blitz 0 4 different times. They got burnt on the one time that Smitty got the 28-yard pass, set him up for the touchdown. But, not everybody's willing to do that. And so that's part of it. And then, Jalen just is not going to turn the ball over. He's just he'll be as conservative as possible. Those shots you could take against some of these umbrella defenses that they're seeing with the safeties back, there's shots you could definitely take in front of the safety. but he's just not risking it right now. And so he's not taking those throws that are there. And it's okay when you're playing with the lead and your defense is playing great and your special teams, your kickers making the kicks. But they're not even trying to be aggressive, Ike. I mean, it's 3rd and 13 last week. They just hand the ball off.
I was surprised at that.
They just handed off and punting.
Yeah.
Like that might change if they're playing from behind. So I think some of it is just dictated by the tempo of the game and the score of the game. And so I think that's part of it right now.
Okay.
So we have the Rams on Sunday. The Rams are, not the greatest competition in the world, but 15 points a game.
I don't know.
No, not about the Rams. Who the Rams have played, I mean.
Okay, yeah.
So their defense have allowed 15 points a game so far. What are the Rams doing right on defense right now?
Well, they have a really talented defensive front. Jared Verse has got as much power coming off the edge as just about anybody in this business right now. So, I mean, they've got a really good front. They rotate the guys. Kobe Turner had 17 sacks his first 2 years in this whole league. But, there's, Braden Fisk and, they drafted this kid Josiah Stewart and this kid Ty Hamilton. Like, they've just restocked their defensive front. So I think that's really good. I think their safeties are really good. Whether it's Cam Kitchens or Cam Curl. Like, I think they're really good at that position. I don't believe in corners at all. Like, I just don't. Like I know A.J. Brown, what he feels about Emmanuel Forbes. If Emmanuel Forbes, he's number one.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that the kid in Washington, Baldy?
Yeah,
was he in Washington? Yeah.
I mean, he's got to jump around the shower just to get wet. Like A.J. Brown, like if A.J. sees him, and he tortured him when he was in Washington. One reason why they benched him there.
Yep.
You got to make him look. Look, he had a lot of interceptions at Mississippi State when he was there, and that's why he got drafted in the first round. But he hasn't shown that at this level, and he's out there. Keller Witherspoon's been on 3 different teams now. He's out there. Kobe Turner is out there. They've got guys, or Kobe Durant's out there. Like, they've got guys out there that are not top flight safe corners. But I'll be honest with you, I think the weakest position in this whole league right now is corner. I just don't see teams having good corners. And so this might be the week where, you have to go attack them just because it's a weakness. And why wouldn't you?
Passing game numbers. Here we go.
Yeah. Well, and on the other side, you mentioned the Cowboys have, big play guys on offense. The Chiefs do not really. The Rams certainly do from a receiver standpoint with Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. Are the Eagles... you have to be concerned from a defensive standpoint about the Rams being able to pass on you, right?
Yes. It was a problem in a snowstorm.
Yeah.
The thing that you see, and Stafford's an amazing player. Like, his ability to throw, whether it's blind shots, no-look passes, arm angles are crazy. But the thing that, it's only 2 games now, and he didn't do anything in preseason except, put a heating pad on his back. But his timing with Devontae Adams is as good as any quarterback receiver in this league. And the trust that he has in him, you can tell because he's releasing the ball before, Devontae's out of his break or coming back to the ball. And that's what he had with Cooper Kupp when he won the Triple Crown. And he's got it with Devontae. Puka is just a rare player because he's so strong. He's always open, and he's really good after the catch. So this is a real challenge. This is a top-flight quarterback. This is 2 great receivers. This is a great coordinator, a great play caller. Like, this is a really good challenge for this Eagles team. No matter what anybody thinks about them right now, they're going to have to open things up, I think, against this team. And this is, if there's one team that you got to pressure, you got to get pressure on Stafford. So to your point, I wouldn't be surprised to see some of the blitzes you saw last week and maybe some different ones to try and, heat Stafford up right now.
So what do you think happens on Sunday? Eagles-Rams.
Well, I think this is the game that I believe that Saquon gets going. Like, he's really been – teams are really sold out to stop him right now. It's not really what the Rams do. They like their front 4. But I feel like this is a Saquon Barkley game, whether it's in the screen game or breaking long runs. Not just because he did it last year. Like, this was the 3rd week last year is when he broke a big one against the Saints.
Yeah.
And he's not playing in the preseason. It's been a long time since I feel like his eyes and his feet are just kind of getting into shape right now. And I feel like there's some plays to be made by him, which are going to be big, explosive plays that they need.
All right, Baldy. Well, hopefully we're talking to you about a 3-0 Eagles team in a week. We appreciate you as always. Thanks, Baldy.
Appreciate it, brother.
Okay, you got it, guys. Yep.